Good morning. This episode of Mental Mojo is going to be tying um, my blog that I've been working on for the last couple of years into this newer vlog platform. My blog is mountainmontessorimama.org. If you would like, go ahead and check it out. I'll go ahead and put a link down below. I'm very low vibrational today, so I decided to kind of work on this a little bit, as well as some homework and re-preparing my mental space. So parenting is one of the most amazing and fulfilling experiences. It is really true love defined. I don't know really what else to say. We always ask what true love is. Well, if you are a parent, most likely you really do understand what that is. But within our bonds and attachments to our children and our infants, we find that being a parent, while it holds many joys indeed, it also holds many challenges. Not only are we making our efforts the most strong to guide these little ones, but we are also growing ourselves as humans every day. It's kind of crazy to think that for myself, I was 19 when I had JJ and Brianna, or JJ, excuse me. Becoming a mother was one of the most enlightening things, in fact, but also one of the most challenging and introspective things. I also believe that it was one of the most selfish things that I have ever done. I was 19, again, but a babe myself, my brain not being fully developed. I found such a solace in my attachments to them, to JJ at this time. His little sea monkey body that graced my arms, and how he latched onto my nipple to nurse. Our bond was inseparable. I never left his side, really anxiously attached. Securely, but anxiously attached to him. I remember simply talking to him, explaining my motives, intentions, love, and care, and at times exhaustively, fearfully, and my heart broke in tears. We had a very unhealthy relationship, his father and I. So for several years later, after several years, with my daughter being born, I had a similar attachment. In finding them, I really thought that I had found myself. I was never wanting to leave them. I was always wanting to always be there and be a part of them. In these worrisome, anxious ways, becoming a Montessori educator, an early childhood professional, the deepness and the shallowness of the bonds that I have formed with so many different children. And now as an adult, I struggle with adult relationships more than I do with these relationships with young children. In looking towards the future, I hope to enlighten myself and maintain this kind of level of acceptance and advocacy for young moms who may feel that same level of shame that I have felt, walking in a society that does not take kindly to those who don't follow the flow of things. So I hope to encourage my own children through this as well, while holding myself accountable, and to guide them in how to shift their ways that they have formed attachments thus far in the world, so they can hopefully have healthier and happy relationships in the future too. Using Montessori principles and philosophy, encouraging grace and courtesy, manners, unbiased and non-judgment, peace learning, and through really just modeling empathy. I think that one of the ways that sometimes parents can lack in themselves is they don't necessarily lack empathy with themselves. They don't show compassion for themselves in being parents and really we're all learning as we go, just with any sort of profession or career or um, your first trip into the woods. Excuse me, I have like this little tickle in my throat. It's not COVID, I promise. This directly ties um, to how we can show up for others with how we show up for ourselves. So it is really unfortunate to say that if we don't show ourselves love and care and true um, taking care of ourselves, then how can we show up for others and truly do that as well? So I want to form relationships with people that are meaningful and connective. I want my children to be able to do that. I hope to educate and urge other individuals to dive into the way that we form attachments also, both close and distant. And yeah, I think that it's all just kind of a part of our journeys. And in my own challenges, and through learning to recreate so many different environments in my classroom and at home, I found such an inner desire to talk about this real life and this parenting because I've always hidden. I think it's that inner Scorpio. I've always hidden who I am a little bit out of fear of rejection. While I do love reading horoscopes and very much believe in all of those vibes, at the same time, I also want to be able to rewire my brain so that way I'm not hiding who I am as a person and a being, and truly wanting to help other individuals. And I realize how hard it is to step out and look for help and look for guidance and look for not validation, but look for a tribe. I think that yes, we have friendships and close personal relationships, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we share all of ourselves with these people specifically. I certainly did not. I honestly avoided myself for almost 30 years about my own feelings on my past traumas and things like that, and who I really am as a person and what I want. What do I want as a person? Being When you become a parent, you relinquish part of that journey. However, I want to show my children I have no foundation to fall back on. I was a mother so young that I really don't have a foundation to fall back on. I have to keep pushing forward. That's why when they tell you to wait to have children, there is a reason for that. 100%. It isn't that there's never a right time to have kids emotionally, but you can be in a better place financially. And I was so proud as a 19-year-old girl, and thinking that I knew everything and I didn't need to keep looking for things. Egotistical is another word. So when I am a very independent person, but I'm also codependent on other people's validity, other people's want. I want that, terrified for that fear of rejection. And I'm sure that many other people feel the same way and maybe sometimes not honest. I want to live an honest life. Oh my gosh. I don't want to hide who I am anymore, and I hope to urge others to not hide who they are anymore either, truthfully, and be able to work through things in a mindful way. So this blog's intention is to be vulnerable and to open up about my journey and to aid in preparing our homes and everyday environments in life to meet the needs of our families and ourselves. I hope to inspire you to follow yourself and your children a little bit more. And we have to remember that we cannot guide children without preparing ourselves first. This is absolutely essential. So, following your children, following yourself, by discussing mental health in ourselves and our children, we can climb the mountain. We can climb every mountain, the mountains, every mountain. We could ride our bikes up them. As the amazing Julie Andrews once sang while she was leading her adoptive and beloved children up and over the mountain pass, bringing a new light to the gloomy allure of plagiarism and hatred. I look forward to our communications, and thank you for joining me, and JJ, and Bree, to the Oort Cloud and back over mountains and through the roughest streams. I bid you adieu. Bye-bye.